Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Start, please.
Welcome to TCEB Suryapeta YouTube channel, Khammam and Suryapeta districts, 10th class online classes for social studies.
సౌండ్
This-
పెంచండి.
This is Vadde Chandrasekhar.
వాయిస్ పెంచండి సార్.
This is Vadde Chandrasekhar, working as school assistant at GHS EPS Madira. Today I am going to teach a lesson from 10th class social studies, Indian rivers and water resources. Okay, in this today I am going to cover two topics. One is Himalayan rivers and peninsular rivers. Okay, Indian rivers and water resources. So in this lesson we are going to learn Himalayan rivers, about Himalayan rivers and perennial rivers. So by listening this class, the students identifies the Himalaya mountains and the Western Ghats in the world India map, and the student identifies the three physiographic features in India. The student explains the drainage system in India into two categories. So he can categorize the drainage system. The student explains about Himalayan rivers and what are the important Himalayan rivers also he can explain. And also the student explains about peninsular rivers. So these are the learning outcomes of today's class. So children, here observe the picture, India drainage relief and drainage map. Here, what are you observing in the map? So some colors are there. So the colors indicates the height of the place. So here the index box is there in the map. So the total green cover, green area is indicates that plain areas. So yellow, light yellow color is there in some places. The height of the yellow color areas is 301 to 1000 meters. So the brown color 1001 to 3000 meters height is there. So the dark colors mainly in Himalayan region from Kashmir to Uttarakhand, Nepal, Bhutan up to northeastern states. We can observe the dark colors. So these dark colors are high altitude areas. So particularly in Himalayan region. So somewhat in western side, Western Ghats also there. So in eastern side, Eastern Ghats also there. So if you observe this map, so you can identify the dark colors in the northern side as northern boundary of India as Himalayas, and so many river systems are there. The blue lines are indicates the rivers. So most of the rivers are going towards from west to east side. So maximum rivers are flowing from west side to east side. Based on this point, we can understand the slope of the India mainland tilted towards east side, and most of the river systems are discharging their water into Bay of Bengal mainly. So only some of the rivers like Narmada, Tapati, like these rivers only they discharging water into Arabian Sea towards west side. So we can understand the direction of the river flow is from west to east. Okay, children, I think you understand this map. Here, the drainage system in India, so adapted to the physiographic units of India mainland. So here the three important physiographic units are there in India. First one is the Himalayas, the second one is the Peninsular Plateau and Indo-Gangetic Plain. So here these are the three important physiographic units. So the drainage system in India can be divided into two categories on the basis of origin. So here what are the categories in drainage system? Two categories are there. One is Himalayan rivers and the second one is the peninsular rivers. So this category, this division based on the origin of the rivers, where they are originating. That is the important point. Okay, these two river systems are based on the physiographic units Himalayas, Peninsular Plateau and Indo-Gangetic Plain. So here in depth, if we discuss about the Himalayan rivers, so three principal systems are there in Himalayan rivers. So first one is a Indus River, the second one is a Ganga River system, third one is the Brahmaputra River system. So these are the most important river systems in Himalayan rivers. So Indus River, Ganga River, and the Brahmaputra River. These rivers flow parallel to the main axis of the mountains. So these three rivers, they flow very parallel to the main axis of Himalayas. So they curved out deep V-shaped valleys. These three rivers are flowing in the valleys of Himalayas. When they are flowing in valleys of Himalayas, they curved V-shaped valleys. Okay, then these rivers have one nature, that is perennial rivers. So what do you mean by perennial? These rivers are perennial rivers. Perennial rivers means the rivers which flows all the year. So the rivers which have water in 365 days, those rivers called as perennial in nature. Why these rivers are perennial in nature? Children, can you guess why these rivers are perennial? Because the origin of these three rivers is in Himalayas. So Himalayas are covered with full of ice. So melted ice formed small tributaries joined as the main rivers. So that's why these rivers have water 365 days all the year. That's why these are perennial in nature. Children, did you understand what is perennial? Okay. Here, children, observe the map of India with the drainage system. Main important rivers are there. The blue lines are the rivers. Here, if you observe in the Kashmir area, so some lines are there. These are Indus River system. So in the northeastern side, Brahmaputra River is there. So below the Nepal, Ganga River system is there. So these are the important river systems in Himalayan rivers. So now we will discuss in detail one by one. The Indus River system. So first, the Indus River originates in northern slopes of the Kailas range in Tibet near Lake Mansasarovar. Children, do we hear about Mansasarovaram? It's the holiest lake in India. So Mansasarovaram. So the Indus River system originates in the northern slopes of Kailas range in Tibet. The Mansasarovaram is located in Tibet. Okay, the originating place of Indus River is near Mansasarovaram. It is flowing towards northwest direction. It enters into Jammu and Kashmir. From where is Tibet? Tibet now, it is in China. Tibet occupied by the China. Okay, so the origin of the Indus River system is in Tibet. In India, in Jammu and Kashmir state. The main tributaries of Indus River system, the Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, and Satluj. These are the 5 important tributaries of Indus River system. So these are the most important rivers, tributaries of Indus rivers. So they cover Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, and Himachal Pradesh in India. So it is flowing through China to India, then it enter into the Pakistan and discharges its water into Rann of Kutch in Arabian Sea near Rann of Kutch. Okay, this is about the Indus River system. So these are the 5 tributaries. So that's why, children, did you hear about the Punjab? Is one of the states in India, Punjab. So what is the mean by Punjab? So land of 5 rivers. These are the 5 rivers. These are flowing through Punjab. That's why the state called as Punjab. Okay. So here you can observe the Kailas range and Lake Mansasarovar. So here this is the origining or the birthplace of Indus River near Mansasarovaram in the downslopes of Kailas range, which is located in Mount Himalayan ranges. Okay, children. So here you can observe the Indus River system and the main tributaries of Indus. So Sutlej River, Ravi River, Jhelum, Chenab, Beas. So these are Beas. So these are originating near Mansa Sarovar and entering into Jammu and Kashmir, and then they are entering into the Pakistan and discharges its water in Arabian Sea near Ran of Kutch, near Gujarat. Okay, this is about the Indus River system. Okay, then we will learn another river system, is the most and the oldest river system in India, that is a Ganga river system. So it has two sources. Ganga river formed from by joining of two small tributary, small streams, and formed as the Ganga river. So it has two sources, that is a Gangotri glacier. From Gangotri glacier, a small stream started, that is known as Bhagirathi. And another glacier is there, that is Satopant glacier. From this glacier, another small stream is starting, that is Alkananda stream. These are the two small streams joined at Devaprayag to form the Ganga river that emerges from the hills of Haridwar in Himalayas in Uttarakhand state. So the Ganga river has so many tributaries. The majority of them originate in Himalayan ranges, and some of the tributaries they have their sources in peninsular plateau also, like Yamuna, Son, Damodar. Like this, some of the tributaries of Ganga, they are coming from peninsular plateau. Maximum tributaries are coming from Himalayan regions. This is the oldest river. This is a holy river for our Indians. So this is a combination of two small streams, Bhagirathi and Alkananda. Both are joined at Devaprayag. From Devaprayag onwards, this river called as Ganga river. So here, children observe the pictures. These are the two birthplaces of two sources. One is a Bhagirathi, Gangotri glacier, and another one is a Satopant glacier. From these two sources, the small streams, Bhagirathi and Alkananda, they are starting from these sources. Here you can observe the joining place of Bhagirathi river and Alkananda river near Devaprayag in Haridwar hills in Uttarakhand state. So children, are you observing the streams? The streams which is coming from left is called Bhagirathi, and the stream which is coming from right side is called Alkananda. Both are joining at Devaprayag. So from here onwards, this river formed as Ganga and named as Ganga river. This is a holy river to Indians. So here, children, observe the picture of Ganga river system and catchment area. So here, so many tributaries are there in north side and south side. So maximum tributaries are coming from Himalayan regions, and finally the Ganga river enter into the Bay of Bengal and joins with the Brahmaputra river and named as Padma river and discharges its water into Bay of Bengal. Okay, this is about the Ganga river system. So it has so many tributaries, like Yamuna is a major tributary of Ganga, and Chambal, Betwa, Tamsa, Son, Damodar, Gandak, Gagra, Gomati, so many, Kosi, Tista, so many tributaries are there for Ganga river. Okay, children, this is about the Ganga river system. So here the third one is an important one is the Brahmaputra river system. So this is known as Sangpo in Tibet. The Brahmaputra river also originating near Mansa Sarovar in Tibet, near Kailas range, where the Indus river is originating. So the birthplace of these three rivers is in Himalayan regions. That's why these three rivers are called as Himalayan rivers, and these three rivers are perennial rivers because the sources of these rivers are in Himalayas, where the full ice cover is there. So the river rises from Chamayung Dong Glacier. So now only we discussed about the Ganga river. Ganga river starts from Gangotri glacier and Satopant glacier. Like that, the Brahmaputra river also starts from Samayungdong glacier of the Kailas range near Manasa Sarovar in Tibetan plateau. So near Lodze Dozang, it opens out into a wide navigable canal for about 640 kilometers. From Lodze Dozang onwards, 640 kilometers, it is uh, useful for navigation also. So it enter into Arunachal Pradesh in India. So the Brahmaputra river flowing through China and enter into India through Arunachal Pradesh state, which is a northeastern state, first as a Siang. So when the Brahmaputra river enter into Arunachal Pradesh, it is called as Siang river, and then it has named as Dihang. So these are the two names of Brahmaputra river in Arunachal Pradesh region. In the Assam Valley, in Assam state, two tributaries are joining with the Brahmaputra river. The two tributaries of Brahmaputra are Dibang and Lohit. These are the two tributaries. So here, from when these two tributaries join with the Brahmaputra, then onwards the river is known as the Brahmaputra river system. Okay, so the local name of Brahmaputra in Tibet is Sangpo. So it rises from Samayungdong glacier in Kailas range near Mansa Sarovar. So the local names of Brahmaputra in Arunachal Pradesh, first Siang and next Dihang. When the Dibang and Lohit, the two tributaries, joins with the Brahmaputra, then onwards this river known as the Brahmaputra river. So children, you can observe Indo-Gangetic plain. So here this is a plain area. So here this is a blue color which going towards the east and which takes hairpin bend when it enter into the Arunachal Pradesh in India. So this is called Brahmaputra river. So you can observe Brahmaputra river is joining with the Ganga river in Bangladesh. So after joining of Brahmaputra with Ganga river, that river known as Padma river. Okay, children, did you get the point? So here you can observe the origin of three rivers, three important Himalayan rivers, that is Indus river system and the Brahmaputra river system and the Ganga river system. The place of origin of these three rivers, it is located in Himalayan region. It is a very near to the Manasa Sarovar. Children, are you observing the map? Okay, easily you can understand the origin of these three Himalayan rivers. It is located in near Mansa Sarovar. Okay. So here in these pictures you can observe two tributaries of Brahmaputra river. Left photograph is about Lohit river, is one of the tributaries of Brahmaputra, and so in this Lohit photograph we can observe the deep gorges. Okay, so in the second picture, Dibang tributary is there. So it's a V-shaped valleys. Children, you can observe the V-shaped valleys. So earlier we have discussed about the Himalayan rivers carved out into deep V-shaped valleys. So these are the V-shaped valley, how the river is flowing in a deep V-shaped valley. Okay, are you observing the picture? So like that, so many V-shaped valleys are formed because of the river systems which are flowing in Himalayan valleys. Okay, children, these are the two tributaries of Brahmaputra river. Okay, so then up to now we have discussed about Himalayan river systems, Indus, Ganges and Brahmaputra. Now we are going to discuss about the Indian peninsular river systems. Okay, Indian peninsular rivers. So children, you may get a doubt why we are calling them as peninsular rivers. What is peninsular? So peninsular means peninsula. It's a peninsula and bay. We have island. we have discussed in 7th class what is island and what is a peninsula. So the land which surrounds with water in three sides and with land in one side, that is called peninsula. So here if you observe the map of South India, so it surrounds three sides with water. In east side Bay of Bengal is there, and the south side Indian Ocean, and the west side Arabian Sea. The South India, particularly the southern Indian peninsula, surrounds with water in three sides. That's why we are calling it as Indian peninsula, and the rivers which are flowing and originating in this peninsula is called Indian peninsular rivers. Okay, children, did you get the point? Did you understand? Peninsular rivers means the rivers which are flowing in Indian peninsula. That's why we are calling them as peninsular rivers. So in the peninsular rivers, some of the important rivers are there. If you see from east side, Damodar, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Tungabhadra, Penna, Kaveri. These are the most important peninsular rivers, and also these are flowing towards east. And some of the west flowing rivers are there in peninsular rivers. One is Narmada, Tapati, Mahi, and Sabarmati. These are the rivers flowing towards west side and discharging their water into Arabian Sea. So these are the peninsular rivers. So the Western Ghats are the water divide between the major peninsular rivers. All rivers flow from west to east except Narmada and Tapti. Now only we discussed. So Western Ghats. So here in the west side we have Western Ghats. Already we have discussed in the first class also, first lesson also. Now only we discussed about Western Ghats. So these are the Western Ghats are receiving high rainfall, and these are acting as a water divide uh, towards east and towards west. So the maximum origin of all the peninsular rivers is in Western Ghats, because Western Ghats are receiving high rainfall in the southwest monsoon season. That's why these Western Ghats are acting as a water divide. So all rivers flow from west to east except Narmada and Tapati. Here if you observe the map, maximum all the rivers Kaveri to Damodar, all rivers are flowing towards east, because the slope of the land or slope of the Indian peninsula tilted towards west, towards east, from west to east. That's why all the maximum rivers are flowing from west to east. Okay, children. The Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, Ken, and Son. Earlier we have discussed these are the tributaries of Ganga which have origin in peninsular plateau. So these are the tributaries of Ganga river. So these are originating in northern part of peninsular plateau, belong to the Ganga river system. So this is about the main points of peninsular rivers. So the other important river systems in India, in peninsular rivers, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri, these are the most important rivers. So these peninsular rivers have some characters. So what are the important characters of peninsular rivers? One is a fixed course. So these rivers have fixed course. There is no change in the course of the river. Absence of meanders. So there are no meanders. So because they are flowing from high altitude areas to low altitude areas, that's why the absence of meanders are there. There is no meanders. So largely non-perennial flow of water. So children, we discussed what is perennial. Now the characteristic of perennial river is, peninsular river is non-perennial flow of water. So already we have discussed perennial nature about Himalayan rivers. Here non-perennial rivers means, so these rivers don't have water all the year, just only in rainy season they have more water. In summer season some rivers may dry up also. Okay, that's why these are non-perennial rivers. Okay, there is no change in the course, the fixed course is there. So here important perennial peninsular river, that is a river Godavari, largest river, peninsular river system. So source of Godavari at Trayambak near Nasik in Maharashtra. So the source of Godavari at the Trayambak, which is located in Western Ghats near Nasik in Maharashtra. It flows 1465 kilometers length and discharges its water into Bay of Bengal near Dhavaleshwaram. Its catchment area lies in Maharashtra, Telangana, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, and Andhra Pradesh. So these are the states are having catchment area of river Godavari. And finally, it discharges its water into Bay of Bengal, and it has so many tributaries. So this is a Trayambakeshwar Kund, which is located in Trayambak near Nasik. This is the birthplace of river Godavari. So children, are you observing the birthplace of river Godavari? It is located in foothills of Brahmagiri hills, which are located in Western Ghats near Nasik. Okay. Next, river Krishna. So these are one of the important rivers in peninsular rivers. That is the fourth biggest river in terms of water inflows and river basin in India. So always in rainy season we are listening about Krishna river and Godavari river in our state, because so many large dams are constructed on river Krishna, like Srisailam project is there, Nagaji Sagar project is there, Almaty, Narayanpur, Jurala, Priyadarshini, Jurala projects are there in this on this river. Okay, so this is a main source of water for agriculture in both the states, in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana states. So the main source of this Krishna river is there in Mahabaleshwar in Maharashtra state. So it flows up to 1400 kilometers. The catchment area of river Krishna lies in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh states. Okay, so the agriculture of these states depends on river Krishna, and finally discharges its water into Bay of Bengal. Okay, so this is also east flowing river. It has a important tributary, that is Tungabhadra river. In next class we will discuss about the Tungabhadra river. So that is a important tributary of river Krishna. On Tungabhadra also we have another important dam. We will discuss in the next class. So this is about river Krishna. So here children, observe the map of India, particularly peninsular India, peninsular plateau, Ghats and hills. So here you can observe Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats clearly. So these are Western Ghats in west side. These are Eastern Ghats in east side. In first lesson we have discussed about Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats. So here if you observe the river systems, peninsular river systems, here is a Mahanadi. It is also flowing towards Bay of Bengal, and Godavari, it is also flowing towards Bay of Bengal through the cuttings of Eastern Ghats. So one of the major difference between the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats is Western Ghats are continuous in nature, but the Eastern Ghats have cuts in between the hills. That's why through the passes the rivers are flowing towards eastern coastal plain and discharges their water into Bay of Bengal. Here the Godavari river and Krishna river and Penna river and Kaveri river is an important river in Tamil Nadu. Okay, these are the important peninsular rivers. Here you can observe the Narmada river and Tapti river, which are flowing towards Arabian Sea, west flowing rivers. These are the two important west flowing rivers in India are Narmada and Tapati, Satpura rivers. Okay, sorry, Narmada river and Tapati river. Okay, here we will recapture the lesson up to what we have discussed up to now. So the drainage system in India can be broadly divided into two categories. What are the two categories? So one is the Himalayan rivers and the second one is the peninsular rivers. So Himalayan river systems are there, peninsular river systems are there. So important these river systems based on that three important physiographic units like Himalayas, Indo-Gangetic Plain, and Peninsular Plateau, based on the importance and physiography of these three units. These Himalayan rivers and Peninsular rivers are categorized. And the important Himalayan rivers are the Indus River and the Ganga River and the Brahmaputra River systems. These are the important Himalayan rivers. Then Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri are the important peninsular rivers. Okay, children, this is about today's class. So about simply we can understand Himalayan rivers and peninsular rivers, and what are the important Himalayan rivers and what are the important peninsular rivers, and what are the characteristics of Himalayan rivers and what are the characteristics of peninsular rivers. Okay, so this is about today's class. Read once again. Then some of questions for your evaluation purpose. So first one is how many categories are there in Indian drainage system? So children, you have to write the answer what we have discussed now only. How many categories are there in Indian drainage system? So then explain about the drainage system in India. In detail, you have to write important points about drainage system. Write few lines about the Himalayan river systems. And another question is write a brief note about peninsular rivers. So finally, map pointing. Locate the below rivers in India outline map. Already we have shown in map. River Krishna, River Narmada, and River Ganga, and River Indus. Okay, here one river is east flowing river. Sorry, peninsular rivers. Two rivers are peninsular rivers and two rivers are Himalayan rivers. In the peninsular rivers, one is a west flowing river and one is a east flowing river. Okay, so children, I think you understood. So these are the important questions for evaluation purpose. Okay, so now I am concluding this lesson. Thank you.